Hello, I am Sean Clark, and I take care of the insect collection in the Monte Alpine Life Science Museum. There are lots of questions that are asked, and sometimes people notice that insects have little hair-like structures all over their bodies. This is especially true in the case of bees, which sometimes seem to be very fuzzy. Well, before I answer that question, let me just talk a little bit about the nature of insects in general. Uh, Insects have what we call an exoskeleton. That means that the outside part of the body is very hard. It's not fleshy at all, like in a mammal. Uh, and with that exoskeleton, there are various complications that come along with that. One is that uh, the, the skeleton is very hard, and it's not soft and supplied with nerves throughout the tissue at all, like in a vertebrate animal. The only way that insects can tell what's going on around them is by other strategies. One of these strategies are these hair-like structures. They're not really hairs. Insects are not mammals. Only mammals have hair, but they're hair-like structures that stand out from the body, and they're movable at the base. At the base of each one of those hair-like structures, which we call setae, at the base of each one of those setae, there is often a nerve, and if the seta is moved in any way, then the insect will know, well, there's something touching the body. And so, in part, that is how insects are able to feel what's around them. Now, in the case of bees, the setae are are multifunctional. Uh, they're often barbed or even feathery-like, and when you look at them under a microscope, they will not look like just a simple structure, but a much more complex structure. These are used to hold the pollen. The bees will visit flowers, and as they do that, they collect nectar. But they also will collect pollen that they take back to their nest, and they will feed the immature larvae on the pollen. In particular, let's talk about the setae, these hair-like structures on the wings. On the wings of a bee, they're not so visible from a distance, but if you look at them close up with a microscope, they're certainly present, and there are many of them. For the most part, they serve the same function as the setae in insects in general. That is that many of them will have nerves at the base, and that helps them to know what's going on around them. If those setae are moved, they know that something is touching them. This may be important in flight, to know how much pressure is on the wing and that sort of thing. At the junction of the forewing and the hind wing, there are some very specialized setae that hook the two wings together. When a bee flies, the hind wing and the forewing don't function individually. They act as a single unit, and they flap in unison. And these specialized setae called hamuli actually connect the wings together so that they do function as a single unit. I hope that my explanation has been useful to some of you. Thank you very much.